Yo everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a review on the brand new concealer by Charlotte Tilbury called the Beautiful Skin Radiant Concealer, and I assume this is to follow on from the Beautiful Skin foundation. I'm not wearing that today because I remember that released at the beginning of the year, so it was still winter and my skin was very pale, and I'm very tanned right now as I recently came back from the Caribbean. So I'm actually wearing the airbrush foundation just to see how it would work with it. I think my shade is 7 or 7.5. I've got a review on it, so check it out. But that's not my normal shade, that's just my tan shade. However, the shade that I bought in this range is 7.5 medium, which is described as a medium shade with yellow undertones. Now I did note that I watched a couple of reviews of people and they said that the shades run light. No, they don't. You just bought the wrong shade. They don't run light. It's very clear and very obvious in their swatches that they've shown, which I actually think are pretty good. And their descriptions say exactly what they are. So I've got medium skin at the moment, and I am generally medium skin tone, but sometimes veering on the more lighter side. Again, when I don't have a tan. And I've got yellow undertones, so I bought the shade 7.5, and this works perfectly fine for me as a brightening shade. Now bear in mind, even though my skin is going to gradually get lighter over the next 2 months, this will still work perfectly fine as a brightening shade. Now, today's video is based on me wearing it a couple of times in various different environments. Obviously not super high heat because we are now coming into autumn in the UK. However, it is still fairly warm, and even right now as I sit here surrounded by lights, I'm actually feeling quite hot. So I can kind of determine how this will work in more hot and humid kind of weather. So altogether there are 30 shades, which is not too bad. There should be something technically for everybody. So as I always do, I'm going to go on their website and see what they say and let you know what my thoughts are in comparison to what they say. Remember, Charlotte Tilbury's language on their website is very fluffy and very, darlings. Brighten, smooth and lift the look of your eyes and face with the new Beautiful Skin Radiant Concealer, a hydrating concealer with a medium buildable coverage and 16-hour wear and 10% active skincare ingredients. Use it to conceal, correct and contour for an instant eye and facelift effect. There is a Science and Colour Radiant Liquid Concealer that brightens, smooths and lifts the look of your complexion, infused with hydrating hyaluronic acid, pore refining niacinamide, brightening, radiance boosting golden vitamin C and vegan collagen to improve the look of your skin every time you wear it. Apparently it's like shapewear for the eyes and face. The power of concealer and the power of an eye cream. Dark circles appear reduced by 40%, and they've got a little star against that, and that little star goes against 30 people tested over 28 days. So 30 people said that their dark circles appear reduced by 40%. Bear in mind, whenever they give, or any kind of company gives stats in comparison to how many people have used it, 30 people is nothing. How many people are there in this world? Their representation circle is very small. Skin looks smoother and more radiant by 43%, again, out of those 30 people. So call it about half of those 30 people said that their dark circles appear more reduced and their skin looks smoother and more radiant. So that makes it about 15 people, you guys, really. Apparently you can use their Pro Shade Match tool, which has let me down in the past, so I didn't bother using that. I just went by swatches and looking at reviews of people online. Sweat proof, humidity proof and waterproof, and 16-hour wear. Alright, so in today's video you're going to be seeing me using this on my under eye area as well as on my face, where I am just going to be applying it fairly generously, generally how I tend to use concealer anyway. I don't use it on my face anymore, like on my nose, like I'm showing in the video, but I just wanted to do it for the purposes of this review so that you could see how it would blend into my foundation, etc. So I'm just using a normal Real Techniques dirty looking beauty blender because mine is very stained, blending it all in. And the problem that I'm actually having while I'm blending it in is that it is starting to crease while I'm blending it out. So when I've moved from one eye to the other eye, the first eye has already started to crease. So I had to go backwards and forwards quite a few times before I went in with the Charlotte Tilbury powder itself to set it. So what I find is that this has got a very emollient kind of texture. It's quite creamy, and as a result of the huge amount of skincare ingredients which are really not necessary for a makeup product, this means that it starts to behave like a skincare product. Now, skincare products are generally clear, so whether or not they crease on your under eyes or wherever it is, you won't notice it anyway. However, this is a pigmented product and it is very noticeable that this starts to crease immediately. On me anyway. I've got normal to combination skin, and I also use a whole load of skincare products on a daily basis, but bear in mind I've been reviewing makeup for a very long time, so I know how it should and should not perform. And for me, it should definitely not start to crease so quickly before I've even had the chance to set it. Anybody who decides to use this on its own, bear in mind, if you don't set it, it's going to start to crease and move around almost immediately. Visibly reduces the look of dark circles. I can't say that I've noticed it visibly reducing my dark circles over time because I've not used it for 28 days, but I'm going to take a guess and say no, it doesn't. To reduce dark circles takes a long time. It can take over 3 months of regular skincare products to use underneath your eyes, and hyaluronic acid definitely does not reduce the appearance of dark circles. All it does is plump out the skin and give it extra moisture and hydration. Pore refining niacinamide, well, my under eye area doesn't really care about pores. The rest of my face, I guess it does, but again, I use niacinamide on its own. Why do I need it in my concealer? And also, the amounts will be so small, it doesn't really do anything anyway. I've said this time and time again, I'm tired of brands trying to merge together skincare and makeup. Make it be one or the other, and that's it. Now, like I said, I do find it to be very creamy. It blends out very easily, very beautifully. However, I would definitely say that this is a medium coverage concealer. I would not say that it is medium buildable. I have tried to build it up and the effect is pretty much exactly the same. The more concealer I apply, the more likely it is to crease even faster and start to shift around during the day. Now, I wore this out yesterday throughout the day. It was about 21, 22 degrees in the UK. Nice temperature, not too hot, not too cold. This creased within 4 hours of me wearing it. They claim that it lasts for 16 hours. By the time I got to hour 10, oh my god, I'm not even going to tell you, the under eye area was patchy. It had creased, it had moved, it had slid around. This is not a great concealer in my humble opinion and based on my experiences of using it. Smoother and more radiant. I'm gonna say kind of radiant in terms of brightening because it's a concealer that I've chosen in a lighter shade, then yeah, I guess it is. But in terms of this itself making the area look amazing, I don't really think so. It contains vegan collagen to improve the look of your skin every time you wear it. Again, something that I personally would not notice. I guess it would be more noticeable if you use it over a long period of time and you happen to have wrinkles or fine lines around your eyes. I don't, but this actually creates lines under my eyes. Our normal eyeball shape are round and they will always have 1 or 2 lines under your eyes, which is not necessarily age related. It's just to do with the shape of your face. I don't have any fine lines, I don't have any premature aging, I don't have any wrinkles. However, this definitely creates lines underneath my eyes after 4 hours, which is terrible. 4 hours is nothing. All right, if I look right now, bear in mind I've only just applied it, you've seen me. I've already got a crease under my eye. I'm going to zoom in and look up so that you can see a very obvious crease mark. I have set this with Charlotte Tilbury's own powder. How is it creased already? And I know one of the main reasons is because I am in quite a warm room. It shouldn't really make a difference whether I'm in a warm room or not. I've barely had it on my face for an hour. How is it creased already? Soft focus smoothing effect. Well, it's definitely not, I don't know. Smoothing, I guess it comes out smooth, but then it creases, so that gets rid of any smoothness. And soft focus, no. Another thing that I've noticed, and I am going to again, oh dear, yeah, I can see that. I'm going to zoom in on my face again so you can see. I don't know if you can see, it's gone patchy on my nose. It's actually lifted off while I have been applying it. So there was obviously foundation on underneath. I applied the concealer on top, powdered it down, and it has lifted off. So it's actually gone patchy on my nose. And I've not even gone anywhere. I've not even left this room yet. Again, this is what happens when you apply too many skincare products to makeup. It starts to behave like a skincare product. Leave it to makeup and all these things won't happen. Okay, so Cult Beauty has given a different description. Designed to instantly brighten, correct and conceal dark, purple hued circles with 30 versatile shades. Okay, so in terms of it covering dark circles, I can still detect a slight hint of darkness underneath one of my eyes, and I think that's the one that has more darkness than the other. Yeah, definitely, I can see it right here. I don't know if you guys can tell so much because I obviously know my own face, I know my own skin, and I know what the colours are like underneath makeup on my face. this does not cover those dark circles as well as I would personally like. So if you're going to say you're medium to buildable, you should be able to build it up to full coverage. This stays as medium coverage and I can still see a hint of my dark circles underneath, which to me is not acceptable for something that is £25 and claiming to be something that it isn't. Creamy concealer, well yeah, it is creamy to the point where it moves. Bounciest, healthiest looking skin that may even cheat the look of a great night's sleep. Oh my god, if I woke up in the morning looking like the way that I did yesterday before I went to bed, I just put a bag over my head, you guys. Yeah, okay, so I think that's it. I think you guys have heard enough. I think you've figured out what my opinion on this is. It's not great. I'd give this a 6 out of 10. £25 is a lot of money. How much product is actually in here? 7.2 grams. That's not too bad, actually. A lot of the time, concealers can be between 3 to 4. So 7 grams does mean that there's a decent amount in here. However, I'm probably just going to end up using this to carve out my eyebrows rather than using it on my under eye area. What is the point of wearing something that creases in under 4 hours? It's completely pointless. So you can imagine how I looked by the end of the day. I wish I'd taken a picture now. The colour range is great. Bear in mind I've got, again, normal to combination skin. So depending on what your skin type is like, who knows? If you've got dry skin, this will probably work better for you. I don't actually have oily skin at all, and my skincare regime is excellent to the point where I don't even produce excess oil anymore on my face. So for this to start to move around on my face as if I do have excess oil and excess production of sebum, that doesn't make me very happy about this at all. So 6 out of 10, I'm going to leave it at that. Let me know what you guys' thoughts are. If you've tried it, whether you're thinking about trying it, whether you think it's worth it. I've always been a bit hit or miss and a bit funny when it comes to Charlotte Tilbury. They always blow it up to these mass marketing proportions to make it seem like it's such an amazing product, and a lot of the time it really is not. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, comment, make sure you subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you all soon.